How to draw a DFD, data flow diagram, and a context diagram. The program used to draw these two diagrams is called OmniGraffle. This program may only be for Mac, so if you do not use Mac, then a program that you could use is eDraw, which can be found on the SMC forum under Software. Step 1. Open OmniGraffle or whatever program you use. This is the text tool, so write the heading, DFD for School Canteen System. Step 2. We have to determine what the external entities are. These are the input and output of an information system, and they are placed in a box. In this box, the external entity that would be added is student, because they are inputting information. Step 3. Add an arrow like so, which will be connected to a process circle. In this circle, we will write, ordering lunch. Adjust everything to the appropriate size you want. Step 4. Write, above the arrow, student and order details. This meaning that the student and order details are used when ordering lunch. Then we put another arrow which, this time points to a database which can be drawn with two lines like so or a broken rectangle. Type in, lunch order database. On this arrow, we will write, student order details again because they are entered into the lunch orders DB. Then from the database, add a new arrow and again write, student and order details, because they are being sent to be eventually printed onto a receipt. Next, add another process and type, printing of orders. This is when the orders are, obviously, printed, then they are sent to the school administration department. Then you draw an arrow from the printing of orders processed. Then above that arrow, write, summary of lunch orders. A summary of lunch orders is sent to the school admin department. Then we add the final external entity, which is in the square. This is the school administration department. Then from the process, printing of orders, you add an arrow. Next type, receipt and printed order details above that arrow you just put. Now, the next process you add is called packaging and delivering. And finally, the last arrow you add links from the process, packaging and delivering, back to the first external entity, students. Now type, receipt and lunch, next to that arrow because they are what the customer, which is the student, will get. And now you are done. Now to make a context diagram. It will be based on the same system as before, which was the primary school canteen system. So let's place that in a big circle in the center of the page. The first external entity is the student, so we put that in a box. Then we put an arrow connecting from the supplier to the circle in the middle like so. Now write, order details, because the order details of the student's lunch is sent into the system. Now add an arrow coming out of the system to the box like so. Next, we'll add the final external entity, which is the school administration department. So we write that in the box. Now write, summary of orders above this arrow because the summary of orders is coming out of the primary school canteen system and is being sent to the school admin. Then, you add the final arrow like so from the system back to the first entity. And, finally, write, receipt and food on this arrow because that is what is being sent back. There, you are finished.